Hi guys, welcome to Snake Nook. I'm Vanny and today we have a story time type video. This is Sandstorm. She is my hypo salmon boa. She is a little over a year old. I've had her for almost a year now and she took notice of Harley the dog. He's just curled up in his corner. He's not going to do anything to you, Sandstormy. She's hanging out and most of the clips that are in here are pretty much just her doing her thing while she's having an outing, or it's me putting her back in the enclosure or taking her out or something like that. I want to tell you about something that happened to her. I don't, however, have any footage of that moment because it was a moment that she was in distress and something had happened and I just did not have my phone on hand. I'm old school, so the thought of going to grab my phone to get the footage didn't even cross my mind at the moment. I just wanted to take care of the situation right then and there. But I do have footage of her doing other things, so I'll take you through it. Let me tell you what happened. So Sandstormy loves the 5-foot artificial tree from IKEA that I have two of those, and she loves to spend time on those trees, and so she usually does. And it's not unusual for her to hang out in one of those trees for a couple hours during the evening. She loves it. She just loves getting that outing, and she doesn't really go anywhere else. It's not like she goes around all over the place. She doesn't do that. She likes to just pretty much settle in. There she is. So this is about a month ago or something like that. And she loves it there. She can spend 2 hours in the same spot, just chilling, hanging out. And so this was just any ordinary evening in our lives, in the lives of my snakes. She was hanging out in the tree while I was working with or hanging out with other snakes, and something happened. We heard commotion, and while we were nearby, we weren't right there. So this is the culprit of the commotion. So we heard some commotion, and we came right around to see what was going on because we weren't too far away. We had been checking in on her, and everything was fine. The cat was downstairs. We were upstairs with the snakes. I missed the part when the cat came upstairs, and I didn't realize he was out there with or near the snake. So we got a little laxed unintentionally, and we heard some commotion, and when we came out to see what was going on with Sandstorm, because we knew she was out, she was on the tree rather, we came to see her to make sure everything was okay because we did hear some kind of scuffle. Everything was not okay. Mickey, the cat that you saw in the little inserted clip, he was leaving the scene. And we went to check out. Oh my goodness, we were like, what is going on here with Sandstormy? Something happened, and we're looking at her. And she is looking right back at us very menacingly from the tree. She's hissing away, just like I have some footage of her here when she was really little. Now here she's 100 grams. She's at least 3 times that weight now. If you've never heard a boa hiss in person, let me tell you, they can hiss pretty loudly, even for small snakes. Now, she is a year old when this is happening, a little over a year old, and so her hissing is a lot louder than it was when she was little. She hadn't hissed like that since when we first got her. And I had to work with her when we first got her last year. It took a lot of handling. You could tell that she was not used to any handling. And right, holy moly, I'll never forget that picture. She was looking at me like she was about to strike. And so I had to work with her. She was the first snake that I ever had to use a hook with to take her out of her enclosure and then put her in a tub like this. I'd let her come out on her own time. And that meant I may have to sit there for an hour and wait for her to come out of that tub. So I couldn't interact with her. And that didn't really mean picking her up. It just meant that she was near me. I had to put in quite a bit of time to make her more holdable, or more handleable rather. So it did take some time, and I hadn't heard her do any kind of hissing ever since. So when it happened this one time, it just reminded me that you can take the snake out of the wild, but you can't take the wild out of the snake. Now, what happened was that she found herself threatened by the cat and in a situation where she felt she had to fight for her life. And so at that moment, even though she knew us or she knows us at that moment, she was on survival mode and she wasn't having it. She was not having any contact with anyone or anything. So we had to give her some time to calm down and chill out before we could put her back in her enclosure. And then later that evening, she was actually back to her normal self. The next day is as if nothing had happened. We were able to handle her again, no problem. And I just wanted to share this story because not everything is peaches and cream. And so we do have other animals in the house and we have to be really careful. Thank you all so much for joining us, for staying with us throughout the video. I appreciate your time and company. Please subscribe and like. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. Bye.